everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hello and welcome. So today I am going to be talking about some of my favorite independent brands. So there are so many makeup brands out there, it's going to be impossible to kind of know every single one, but I wanted to concentrate on some of the brands that are kind of starting up or that have been around for a while that I feel deserve a lot more love. So I've just got about 4 or 5 brands that I want to talk about, and I know that I haven't use like a whole load of independent brands because I do have a tendency of going to the same brands again and again, and some independent brands do kind of slip my mind, but these ones I believe are all like UK based, so that's how for me they're a bit more noticeable. But I know there's so many brands out in various different countries that are exactly in the same ballpark. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of give a little shout out to all these brands because Christmas is coming up, and you know, instead of giving all your money to all these massive corporations, these small brands would probably really appreciate any support that they would get. So I'm going to start off on like one of my favorite brands, and that's VE Cosmetics. So I have spoken about them so many times on my channel because I honestly love their brand. It's well within my aesthetic as someone who's grown up as an alternative child as an alternative fan of, like, you know, the heavy metal genre and the emo genre, and this brand fits in like my aesthetic as a whole. And I have mentioned how they've done a collaboration with one of my favorite bands, Cradle of Filth, and this is their 2 palettes that I am never gonna throw away. I love these palettes so much. In the beginning I was a bit kind of hesitant to pick up this palette. It was, God, was it about 2 years ago that I picked this up? I was kind of like, a band like Cradle of Filth are doing a makeup collaboration, what the hell was going on? But as soon as I picked it up, I absolutely like fell in love with this brand. Like, they know what they're doing, and the fact that they've named all these, like, you know, the shades after certain things that only a fan would know, and the color stories are fantastic. This is their first palette. It's very loved, it's very messy. I haven't used it in a while just because I feel like it's very kind of, it's a mix of like summer and autumn colors, but I will try my best to use it very soon. This is the Resistance is Futile palette. This is their second palette that they came out with, and this also includes like a water activated liner, which I really love as well. And again, I felt like they did an amazing job on this palette too. Like, it's like just jam-packed full of the most gorgeous kind of pale gothic colors that are right up my street. Everything else that they kind of bring out is such a the color stories are amazing. On my lips I'm using their lip drip. So this is their kind of lip gloss, and I picked it up, I'd say, a couple of months ago, but this packaging is absolutely stunning. I mean, the pigmentation on there is fantastic. I wouldn't say, I mean, it's more of a lip gloss, and I don't wear lip glosses that often, but I love wearing this one because it's very comfortable and it is very shimmery. It's not something that I would wear on like a daily basis, but it is really nice. And these just 2 other palettes that I kind of was rummaging through my collection, my massive collection of just makeup in general, and some of their palettes are like some of my absolutely like go-to ones. Like my Grim Noir 2 palette is probably one of my favorite palettes of all time. It just is the most amazing color story. It is just so much fun, and for me, even when it's the summer, even if it's this winter, this something, whatever, I will use all of those colors. This is the As Above So Below palette as well. This is quite new in my collection. I got it, when did I get it? I think I got like a mystery box. I can't remember. I think I did. Yeah, I got like a mystery box, and this was part of it. So they are a UK based brand, like I mentioned. I think all of these brands today are, but I feel like they are a brand that I really love. And I'm not just saying this because, I'm not just mentioning this because like I love them, but I do have an affiliate code with them. If you want to use it, I highly recommend even just checking out their page. I know sometimes you can get a couple of bits here and there in like your box, like I've gotten a face mask every so often, and I really enjoy their face masks. They are so hydrating, so softening, and they have an amazing like black metal look on them, which makes me laugh every time I use them because they just are really funny. So yeah, that was VE Cosmetics. I have my code in the description if you ever want to use it. I appreciate it. So next we're going to go on to a brand that I've only used one item from, but they are coming out with a new palette soon. I don't know when this video is coming up, but I think the video will come out soon and the palette might already be out, but it's Artitude Cosmetics. So this brand I have only used once, but I follow them on their social media. They are a really great brand. They are like a two-person team, I believe, and I feel that this palette, which is the Man-Eater palette that I got this year, is an absolutely stunning palette. So again, for an independent brand, the quality that you get on these palettes are absolutely stunning. This shade, Bengal, is one of the most insane shades I've ever seen in my life. I will just give it a swatch. I didn't even bring any wipes with me, but we're just gonna go for it. So that's Bengal, and this is just, it's mind-blowing. Like, that shade is stunning. Like, all of these shimmers I feel are just beautiful, and the fact that this palette is pretty affordable as well. I think it was within like the £20-25 range. I could be mistaken, but I feel like the quality of this is just outstanding. I've seen like a teaser of their new palette and I for sure will be picking it up. They do have quite a decent following on their Instagram and just like the brand in general, but I love the kind of aesthetic. I love their kind of feel towards the brand and their passion towards everything that's going on in Palestine at the moment. If you do not follow those views, same as me, that's got nothing to do with me, but I'm just talking about, you know, their passion for everything. And this is a gorgeous palette and I cannot wait to get their new one. They are based again in the UK if you ever want to check them out. So now we're going to go on to Pink Honey. So this is a brand that has like blown up over the past like year or two, and honestly I haven't tried a lot, but the stuff that I have tried I've really enjoyed, and I still have it in this packet. It's so horrible, but this is their super hold like Pink Honey brow gel. It's kind of like the original, you know, the one with the spoolie and then the hole in the middle. So this one I don't get to use as often as I should, but this is one of the best like brow kind of holds ever. All you have to do is spritz some water in there, move your spoolie around, and you're sorted. And they always have some kind of like discount on their TikToks or even their website. I also have a couple of their blush Bibles, which again are absolutely stunning. Like, they have this gorgeous kind of orange shade. I don't wear orange blush that often, but you get a powder and a cream side. This is in the shade, I think this is in the shade Fire. Fire. I cannot for the life of me like even see that, it's so tiny. But yeah, they have like so much on their site. I know they recently came out with like an under eye pink brightening thing. It's not up my street at all. I am not a kind of makeup person who likes to brighten up their under eyes in like a pink tone, but I know it's a massive trend at the moment. So I know I think it was about a year ago they had that situation with a brand that liked to kind of borrow ideas from people and not credit them, and them being a massive corporation, you know, Pink Honey were very like devastated by this, but they did come out on top in my opinion, because you know, this item and whatever item and the stuff that the other brand were coming out with just was not the same. And you know that this is the OG and this is always going to be the best of the best. So yeah, Pink Honey are fantastic. I always like seeing their discounts on TikTok because you can find some amazing stuff on there. I really want to try their kind of like bronzing kind of drops and their new blushes as well, because they look absolutely gorgeous. So I might have to pick those up very soon. Next is a brand that I have just tried recently, and that's Doll's House Cosmetics. I picked up 2 items and I have used them in a previous video if you want to check out any of my previous videos. But yeah, this is the cream cheek color. So this is a liquid blush, and anytime I have a chance to use a liquid blush, I'm all over it. This is in the shade Dragon Fire, and you get a lot in here, and I think at the time when I purchased it, it was about £7-8, and normally they're probably about maybe £15 if that, but I honestly think you get a lot for your money. I also picked up a liquid eyeshadow, which I think is absolutely stunning. It's really pigmented, and I cannot wait to pick up more, because I feel like even the packaging is like right up my street. It's got like pure witchy vibes, and yeah, again, the whole point of me making this video is to voice independent brands and just their kind of originality and their passion towards what they're making, which is so important. I've got 2 brands left. So next I want to talk about cosmic brushes. So again, another brand that has like shot up in the world of makeup, and I've got 3 of their palettes. I've got 2 on hand because one of them I could not find in my collection. It's somewhere there, but it was yeah, so I have the Muse palette, I have the new Gothic palette, and I have their is it their Rose palette? I can't remember what it's called, but it was the first palette that I got and I absolutely love it. But the Muse one, oh my god, if you guys haven't seen this palette, it is absolutely stunning. First of all, the packaging is freaking amazing, and then you've got this gorgeous like shade selection, which I think is again absolutely stunning. My vocabulary is quite limited because I am not feeling great today, but I really wanted to make this video because I was in the mood to speak positively about things. But yeah, this is a £20 palette, and this was like £18 I believe. And then the new Gothic palette, I did like a standalone review for this palette, and I absolutely love it. I think this might be a limited edition palette just because I think it's more for like Halloween than anything else. But if you can get your hands on this palette and you love purple and you kind of love to do a bit of like daring looks, I highly recommend it. This is actually £22, so it's a little bit more, but I did speak about that in my kind of review if you want to check that out. But yeah, cosmic brushes, straight away they sell out any palette that they release. Like I've not tried like anything else from them apart from these 3 palettes, but I'm really happy that I discovered them because their color stories are amazing, their quality is amazing as well. And lastly, we'll talk about Carla Cosmetics. So I'm kind of wondering if these are an independent brand, but I kind of think they are. I mean, Nikki Tutorials has been using them a lot recently, so obviously all of their stuff is selling out and becoming a lot more popular. But I wanted to talk about some of these things. So this is the pressed eyeshadow, and I have done videos on these before, and the pigmentation on these are really something else. Like these are 2 different shades. So this is Daydream and Sleepwalk. So these are like duochromes, and honestly I'm going to swatch one because you know what, these honestly are very expensive. Look at that is, oh my god. But I honestly feel like you will get a lot out of these, and they do loose pigments as well, like if you want loose eyeshadows, but they also do these potions. So again, I think I did like a standalone video, I can't remember, it must have been a few months ago, or it must have been like last year or something. But these potions are out of this world. They are again like what, £22 for one, but you, oh my god, let me just swatch this, because if you guys haven't seen any of their stuff on social media, it is beyond insane. And what I like to do is actually add a black base underneath, well, on my eyes, and then add these on top, even the shadows as well, because you will get the best payoff. And to be honest, you will get that without the black shadow. But for me personally, who's my skills are not kind of out there and I cannot get like a good look anytime, I feel like adding a black base and then adding these on top will really just knock it out of the park. And again, they sometimes have sales on, they sometimes have discounts and stuff. I wouldn't say it's quite frequent, because again, I think because they're an independent brand, it does obviously cost a lot to have a discount and to make these products. But I really feel like there are a lot of things out there for people if they want to try like duochrome and multi-chrome shadows and stuff like that. But this is all of my products. I actually think I've spoken about all female owned products. I have to check about cosmic brushes because I'm not too familiar with their background, but I'm pretty sure everything else are female owned brands, and that wasn't deliberate, that was purely accidental. It was literally just stuff about I wanted to talk about. I also want to give a shout out to Glisten Cosmetics. They are another brand that I know are getting up there. You can actually get them on Beauty Bay, which is amazing. I know you can get Pink Honey on there as well on Beauty Bay, so I know obviously these brands are just amazing and knocking it out of the park. Glisten have like not just their kind of wet liners, they do mascaras and, you know, the kind of duochrome and multi-chrome stuff, which I've been loving so much recently. But let me know if you've used any of these brands before, if you're interested in using them, what you're going to get. Please give me some recommendations in the description, in the comment section, because again, I'm always excited about trying new brands. And thank you so much for watching. Hope you have enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, because I film and upload every time I get a chance to. Don't forget to follow me on any of my social medias, because I'm always active on there, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.